So in this video I'm going to be showcasing an easy and lazy method to be able to stack a lot of sea fortresses in Sea of Thieves. Make sure to like and subscribe guys if you're enjoying the content, and let's get into it. So this method was found by Jaroshi, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but the link to their page is in the description. So first of all, to start this method, go to your quest table and select the Curse Rogue Tall Tale. You want to make sure that you dive to location, as this is going to make it a whole lot faster. Then when you surface, you're going to be a Plunder Outpost. You're going to want to head south, slightly southeast from Plunder Outpost to get there. You're going to go to Old Brinestone Fortress, as this is the closest one to any of the tall tales that you're able to dive to. So then once you do arrive at the fortress, you're going to want to park around the back to avoid any unwanted attention, as you're going to be a while doing this method. Like, this is best to stack a decent few fortresses, so you want to park at a good spot because that's where the ship's going to be for a while. So it's good to avoid unwanted attention from other ships. Then once you've parked on the back side of the island where most ships wouldn't be able to see you, you want to go ahead and start the fortress. Also be sure to vote down this tall tale after you've done this, because you don't need it to be up. It's just going to come up with little annoying pop-ups on the screen while you're doing the fortress. So then just complete all the waves of the fortress, and also while you're going around doing the waves, you can make sure to look for the key, as this will give additional loot. And if you are stacking the fortresses, getting the keys is vital because you will end up getting a decent bit more loot. So you can do about 6 of these fortresses between an hour and a half from my testing. Pretty decent way of getting fortress loot. So go ahead and defeat the captain of the fortress once you get to the boss wave, and then all you need to do is grab the key. And then as quickly as you can, go ahead and unlock the door and get all of the loot onto your ship so you can repeat this. Once you have all of the loot on the platform, of course just use the pulley to lower the gate, and then as quickly as you can, sword lunge out the gate to get back onto the ship so that you can move the ship slightly over to get your loot. And then the final step of this method after getting your loot is just to kill yourself basically, so that you can go to the Ferry of the Damned, and I'll show you what you have to do there. Just go ahead and get like 3 blunder bombs and throw them at yourself to send yourself to the Ferry of the Damned. Once you're in the Ferry of the Damned, go on your phone or something like that and set a timer for 8 minutes. While you're in the Ferry of the Damned for this long, the sea fort actually resets, so you can just repeat this method over and over to gain insane amounts of loot from getting all this fortress loot.
And skeleton mercenaries can now be found buried on
Imagine
forts.
combining this method with the new skeleton mercenaries that are going to be here. It'll make it even easier to do. So then once you come back for the Ferry of the Damned, the fortress will then reset, and all of the phantoms that were previously there will be back. So again, you can go ahead and complete the fortress. Again, make sure you're getting the key every time for additional loot, and you're golden. You can just keep repeating this method. It's a really easy and lazy way to be able to stack these fortresses over and over again and get a serious amount of loot. I'm going to now show you what you can expect if you're doing this for about an hour and a half loot wise. So according to the guy who found this method, it'll get you about 210,000 gold if you do this as a gold hoarder, while it'll get you about 300,000 gold if you do it as a reaper. Definitely a decent little method that he's after finding here. It is also a great way to level up your plunder pass, as even when you just do one C4 you get about 2 levels in the plunder pass. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.